All right, welcome to the second video for the DNA structure notes. You should have the paper that has this on it. We just talked about what the DNA and RNA nucleotides are, and then the two types of categories of bases, purines and pyrimidines, and that they are complementary to each other. Okay, so continuing on from that, here we have our sugar phosphate backbone. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a little person here, and so your backbone is like your spine. It's the part that's kind of holding you up and together. These parts are bonded strongly to hold the strand together. But they're still flexible. And you'll see that that's important in just a minute. And this is what holds the nitrogen bases in place. Okay, so DNA is, you can see it's two-sided here. This outside part is the sugar phosphate backbone. It's like the Oreo cookie part of an Oreo. So I'm gonna highlight both of those things with a green because in our other paper we highlighted them green. And then down here on this, I just want you to, these outside parts, I want you to color them green, so you know that when we talk about a backbone in the pictures, this is the part we're actually talking about. It looks like a single part, but it is actually made up of alternating units of phosphate groups and deoxyribose sugars. Okay, so when we talk about the backbone, we're talking about these outside parts. Okay, so for part 6, right here, the complementary nitrogen bases. Okay, one of the words that we talked about was complementary, and that complementary means matching. They are not the same, but they match and they go together. And we have also talked about how word parts are important, and if you see a word that you don't necessarily know but you see that it looks like another word, you can make an inference that that's what that means. So here you can see that the word nitrogen is in the word nitrogenous, so it's a nitrogen base. Okay, so in DNA, the complementary nitrogen bases are A goes with T and C goes with G. Or apples go with trees and cars go in garages. Okay, and it is the sequence of the bases that forms the code. Because remember, we said it's the genetic code. And these are held together by weak bonds, and they are easily broken like a zipper. Okay, these weak bonds, they are hydrogen bonds, and they're very easily broken like Velcro. You can just rip them apart real easy and then put them back together. All right, these next two, the antiparallel strand. So antiparallel just means that there's a top and a bottom, basically. So one of them goes this direction and the other one goes the opposite direction. So if you put them next to each other, they would be the same. So you have to flip one of them upside down for them to match up with each other. And for notation, this symbol means 5 prime. This symbol means 3 prime, just so you know what that looks like. Okay. Then this last part down here is the double helix, which is the actual shape of the DNA. This is what we call the twisted ladder. So if you took like a ladder like you would climb on and twisted it, that would be like a DNA shape. DNA is double-stranded. And then once the strands are connected, they twist to create a compact package. So if you unwound a strand of DNA in your cells, it would be about 6 feet long. But because it twists around and it can twist down, so it twists down this way and then it twists around this way, and they make it very, very small and compact. So that 6 feet of DNA can fit into the nucleus of one of your cells. Okay. This is the end of the second video. The last video, we're going to do the middle part, and then I'll show you how to put them foldable all together.